Welcome to this live meditation. We will begin shortly as the timer indicates. If you are watching this video live, then this means that we still have some time, so you can go get a cup of tea and come and join us. If you are watching this video recorded, then this means that this video has already ended, so you can skip this short intro. You can go directly to the session and enjoy the meditation on today's topic. In any case, thank you so much for being here, for the positive energy, the light and love you bring in this community. Hello friends, good afternoon again. Thank you for joining me today for this live meditation. And here we are. This is a sacred place where we can meet. It's basically my sacred place because I like very much what I am doing. During the pandemic, I see everywhere around me a really stressful environment, a really people talking for both sides, opposing the situation, some others taking advantage of the situation to do things, to sell more online or whatever. Well, my mission is to be into the zone, into the realm of peace and tranquility, to learn more about what's this all about and the peace that I can bring into my life. And I'm sharing this with you, so I'm not so much concerned around what's happening. Of course, I am, as all people, I want to be free. I don't want to be locked down. I want to also circulate myself around freely. But at the same time, I believe that freedom is inside us, and I believe that peace is inside us, no matter what. Maybe in the biggest jail, we can be free. And the topic of today is start fresh again. Whatever is the start always can be a fresh start. How else it could be? A start is always fresh, and this start can be whatever you want, whatever I want. Maybe it's a fresh start, doing a totally different thing than before, or it's a fresh start doing again and again what we want to repeat so that we master it. So this is what we're doing today. We do our practice of meditation so that we master it, we start fresh again. Of course, the intention we can bring is also, you can master whatever you want, starting with peace. It's always this kind of situation, and I am here to facilitate the process. Martin is not here with me. He's lying on his bed, unfortunately for today. Of course, he's hearing me, he's looking at me, but he's not next to me so that we can say hello together. So I'm just, inform you, just, in case we have an intervention or he is coming, frustrating against me or the camera or whatever. But I don't think so. He's quiet and sleepy right now. So I'm alone, and I have you also at the same time. I have this peace feeling and this peaceful feeling and this sensation that it is my time for the meditation. If it is your time also, we can join this time and we can do it together. If it's not your time, you can join another time, or you can join recorded. So whatever fits you best. So let's start with the 3 minutes again, without the intention yet, just to come to our breathing, to come to our body. First, to come to breathing for 3 minutes. So we sit in a relatively straight position with our spine, with regards to our spine, and we have our legs crossed, or we can put them down, whatever suits us best for the time being. And we have our legs crossed, and our hands either like that on the top of our legs, of our knees, or somewhere on the legs, or we can put them one on the top of the other. We close the thumbs, we put this down below, close to our lap, close to our navel, close to our belly. And we close our eyes. The timer will start, and we bring our attention to our breathing. We relax the neck on our shoulders, and we relax our head on our neck, which relaxes on our shoulders. We continue to breathe, and as we breathe, we notice this breath. If thoughts jumping, we go back to breathing. Very slight action, very gentle action, really. We go back to breathing. Okay, I put the timer, 3 minutes, and here we start. open our eyes. If it has been a busy day for you too, then you will notice that the mind is full of thoughts. And this is what we first notice when we settle down and bring our attention to the breathing. If you do this for the first time during your day, as I am, because I had a very busy day, if you have been round and around, then it's very normal that you are full of pictures, full of images, full of discussions, voices in the head, your own voice saying you, what are you doing right now? I cannot get peace, I cannot do that, I cannot really calm down, I have to deal with this, the voice of the mind really speaking all the time. But if we have this chance to just notice it, to check it for a moment, and to see what is that, who is that, who's talking, or who is that, who's observing, then we will deal with the biggest truth of us, that we are the observers, we are not our mind. This is the biggest truth we can never realize, but unfortunately this cannot be realized by the mind. This is not another thought. Our biggest truth is not another thought. Our biggest truth can be only experienced by watching the thoughts, to watch and to feel that we are this observer, and we are watching the mind, we are witnessing as the mind does its job. We are witnessing how we repeat the patterns of the mind. We are witnessing everything that's going on in our head. That makes a huge difference in our everyday experience. It's a different thing to realize that we are the observer, and it's a different thing to follow our mind like he is the best expert ever. No, the mind is not the best expert ever. The mind is doing only its job. And here, with the practice, we are into finding out what really this means, slowly, building each day, one step on the top of the other, just one step on the top of the other each day. If we catch one small thought, and we really catch it in the sense of observing it and seeing ourselves having this thought instead of following and believing in this thought, makes a huge difference. Slowly this becomes a habit, and we are becoming observers instead of being the doers, the thinkers. We're not doers and thinkers, we're just beings. And with this, in this sense, we just be, we just are, it just is. So let's go for the next session. For the next practice for today, it will be 4 minutes, and we do the same thing very softly, very calmly, very intentionally. We bring the attention to the breathing, and when we feel a little bit comfortable with that, we bring attention to the body as well, to the body sensations, what the body feels, and we go back and forth from the breathing to the body, from the body to the breathing again, to the body to the breathing. And if we have some thoughts, we notice the thoughts, we just catch them, we don't do anything else, we go back to breathing. We catch the thoughts, we go back to breathing. This is a very subtle action we do, the observation, and we practice what really means to be, what really means to be, not what really means to think, not what really means to do, what really means to just be, because basically we are beings. So let's let's take this soft and cozy position with the back straight. It is important to have the back straight so that we stay alert, so that we catch this thought. Because if we feel like that, if we let our body fall, then we're just, in the dreaming state again. So in order to be in a more alerting state, we keep the back straight. Nothing else, not very strict, but keeping the back straight is important. So we are legs crossed, keeping the backs a little bit straight, with our hands on our knees, on our lap, or whatever we want, whatever is comfortable for us, to let our body feel and to come into our breathing. We close the eyes. You have to hear only the timer. The timer will start with a bell and will finish with a bell, so no worry about the timer. And we do this game. We go to the breathing, we catch the thought, back to the breathing, back to the body, we catch the thought, back to the breathing, back to the body, and we find this sweet spot where we feel comfortable in being, not in thinking. Thinking is a false pleasure. Being is the real pleasure. So let's do that. 4 minutes. See you later. Okay, we are opening our eyes again, and we might be have been able to catch one thought. That's a progress, really. So there are three types of thoughts we are dealing here. It is the thoughts about the past, it is the thoughts about the future, and it is the fantasy thoughts. The fantasy thoughts, it is not about the future, so we don't organizing something. When we organize something, where we are, planning something, when we are fantasizing something, but not, fantasizing, organizing something in the future, that is future thoughts. The past thoughts are very easy, what happened in the past, but the fantasy thoughts, it's everything that keeps coming into our mind and has nothing to do with the future or organization around the future, or has nothing to do with the past. It is our dreaming state where we are thinking, okay, what I should have said that, but this happened and I didn't say that, but it's fantasy. I bring it again and again and again, what I should do, what I should have, what if, whatever, or just whatever else is a fantasy thought. So whenever we have a fantasy thought, we just notice it. It's a fantasy thought. We bring ourselves back to the breathing or to the body. Same thing, to the breathing, to the body. If we're having a thought about the past, we are noticing. We put a label on past and we let it go. Come back to the body. If we're having a thought about future, we name it future. So slowly we identify the thoughts we are having. Just name them, not trying to see their content, not trying to see what is it about. Just name them. Future, bye-bye. Past, bye-bye. Fantasy, that was fantasy, bye-bye. So by this way, we discover the patterns of our mind. We are checking, we are seeing, we are discovering what exactly our mind loves to do, because our people are more inclined to do, past thoughts, past thinking. More people are inclined about the future, obsessed about the future, to achieve that, to do that. That's that's future thinking. And some people are fantasizing. What if I should have done that, or I am a loser, I cannot do that, or whatever is not past or future, is fantasy. So most people like fantasy thoughts, and we are occupying ourselves with the fantasy thoughts all the time. So better by this practice, we learn how we like to think, our thinking patterns, as we call them, our thinking patterns, and they are revealed to us. So we know ourselves better a little bit, that we are inclined to go to the past, or we are inclined to obsess about the future, or we are inclined to do more fantasy thoughts, nothing touched with the reality, just fantasy. Blaming others is also fantasy, has nothing to do with the reality. You don't know the other, you don't know the circumstances he has to handle with, you don't know anything, you just criticize, you're just saying things, also chatting, also so whatever is not future or past is fantasy. We name the thought and we come back to breathing. It is a very important muscle, that one that we practice here, and its effects one can see slowly, and the impact to our life. One thing I can guarantee you, it will bring you more peace. You will see that yourself. So I will put 5 minutes now to catch the thoughts, to name them. Now we want the thoughts to come in, so that we catch them and we name them. We don't believe them, we don't follow them. We practice name the thought. what kind of thought that was. It was a fantasy, it was a future, or it was a past. Name the thought, go back to the breathing, and we sit calmly, peacefully, as we like it, let's say. As maybe we cannot handle for 5 minutes, that's fine for the first time, but we are here to practice every day, to do the exercise and come back to sitting or meditating. I like to call it sitting, okay? So I will put the timer for 5 minutes to catch the thoughts, to name them, and to see how we feel, you know? The mind does not want to sit down and to relax. We notice it. That's a fantasy. It's not real. It's not real. It's fantasy thought. Okay? So I will put the timer for 5 minutes. And we start some good job. 5 minutes are past, and if you're still here, congratulations. Because it's not a small thing, not small thing at all, to be peaceful, or at least to try to concentrate on your breathing, to catch the thoughts, to feel the body. All these things are really advanced for today's reality. Nobody has the time to sit down and relax. Nobody has the time to watch the mind. The mind conquers all. The mind is the leader. The mind is what we have to follow. No, we are the observers. We have to observe the mind also. So together we break through the mind, we break through the thinking patterns, and we go beyond the mind. We are living beings, and we have to experience also a different reality, beyond mind, beyond thinking. So this is what we are doing here. I hope you enjoy it. So with regards to our topic for today, start fresh again. Okay, I forgot to put it here. Start fresh again. Yes, every time we are in the position to just, watch a thought, grasp the thought, and see it for what is: a past thought, a future thought, or a fantasy. We are starting fresh again, for sure. And we make our experience really magic, really different, really spectacular, extraordinary, and different, at least different from what was before, when we are following our mind, with so much obsession, because we thought to. Now we are teaching ourselves a different thing. We are unpacking this pattern that was established. We were conditioning, following the mind. Now we are establishing a different pattern, and we start fresh again. That was it for today. Thank you so much for joining. So we'll have again tomorrow, and then we'll take some rest for the weekend. Of course, we can all do our meditation as we wish. As we learn, we progress. We can do it, easier, and we can do alone. I do alone, but now I prefer to share this with you. So you can always find the weekly meditation plan, in my website, Mastrogianni.com. You can find it in the home page, so you can see which days and dates this meditation live is available, which days might be cancelled. So if you don't see me online, you will be informed there if this is cancelled. But normally I am Monday to Friday, 7:30 p.m. Athens time, Greece time, broadcasting from Greece. So from Greece, with love, with Maria and Martin, who is, falling asleep already. Hands up. Yes, right. So see you friends tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.